Happy New Year.
Hello, everyone.
Happy New Year.
Oh yeah.
And welcome back to Fate's End, a homebrew Dungeons & Dragons game driven by Fate. I will be your Tale Weaver for the evening. Deanna will be here. She's going to be here about an hour after we've started streaming. But yes, Deanna will be here. Very excited about tonight's episode. Let's get into announcements real quick. I'm very excited about tonight's episode. Y'all know it's going to be good when I'm excited.
You can't hurt me anymore.
Can't I?
Nope.
All right. Let's get into announcements. First, we want to do our shout-outs, of course. We want to shout out, RPG Sounds for the music and the ambiance player that we use on stream. We also want to shout out Nine Realms Gaming. They create top-notch gaming accessories from the finest woods this realm has to offer. Visit ninerealmsgaming.com and use our exclusive partner code LIAR10 to get 10% off. We also want to shout out our friends, Mithril Armory. They create unique tabletop RPG items for everyone to enjoy on their adventures. You can grab their Tin 20 and D&D graphic tees on their website now at mithrilarmory.com. I think that's it. The only other thing I want to point out, Fate's End is coming to a close. We only have a few episodes left, so enjoy the ride, guys. It's gonna hit hard. It's gonna hit fast, and I'm excited to bring this amazing game to a close after roughly 2 years now. So thank you guys for being Thank you for joining us on this amazing journey, and we hope that you enjoy the last couple episodes. But outside of that being said, time has come. Let's draw our cards for tonight's episode of Fate's End.
Happy New Year.
It's your video.
It's Mac's video. It's not my video. So, for those that don't know, we got some pretty dope fans here on Fate's End. And for those that also don't know, what warms my heart the most is getting any type of fan art or video or music or anything inspired by anything that we create. I can't draw worth a crap. So,
And if you see our short rests,
hey,
It is a joy to behold.
Hey, I did good on the short rest though. Needless to say, Mac made me a little kind of, I don't want to say going away, but like end of the campaign gift. So I think we're gonna try and we asked Mac if it was okay to like share it around and stuff like that. So we're gonna throw it in the Discord. So if anybody wants to check that out, you can see my boy Luden going through basically this entire campaign. And you can see how sad he is, or how dope he is. All right, this is what we will use as propaganda for the Luden army after this campaign is over, so that everybody can join. We're looking. We'll probably steal some of this art with Mac's permission and put it on a T-shirt or something like that, and that'd be the Luden. That'll be the emblem or stuff like that. So who knows? But yeah, check that stuff out if you want. I know that we just threw a link in the chat about that, but otherwise, I think we're gonna get started with Lauren's attempt to hurt my character, who's unhurtable right now. He has nothing left to lose.
Yeah, okay.
Nothing
yeah,
at all.
Post in the Fates End Discord.
Please check it out.
Yeah,
it's in our Fates End channel on Discord. It is just absolutely amazing. Just Mac is so talented.
Hey, thank you for that ad of that Spotify playlist, the Undead Warlocks playlist. Oh, thank you. I'm actually this Black and Forge. I'm actually going to be adding a lot more music to that now. Yeah, the Luden playlist.
Since we've grown so much in the last 2 episodes, I feel like you need to add on to that list. Is it gonna turn into like hard metal, heavy metal music?
I have like an arc worth of music that I need to add, so we'll see how that turns out. If you guys haven't checked those out as well, we got some Spotify playlists for each of our characters. I'm sure different people have been adding at different points.
I posted them all yesterday.
Oh, heck
I
yeah.
was laying on my couch and I'm like, I don't think I posted everyone's character playlist. I should probably do that. Also in the Fates End Discord.
Ooh, yes. But yeah, that's it.
The Devil. Sometimes tarot addresses the past, the present, and sometimes the future. The beginning of the final arc, the devil remained reversed for what was to come, for the deepest, darkest places and decisions to come, the ones Luden would have to make, whether he was ready or not. Time has passed, decisions were made. What will a card tell us when this is all over? Last session, you fought and destroyed not only the Veil Walker, but Luden's father, Corbin Archbane. Possessed by the parasite formerly known as the Veil Walker, Luden ended his father's soul and essence with the crushing of the stone the Swindle twins had given him, thusly ending his life instantly and destroying his very soul. We saw a shadow freed from the death of the Veil Walker make its way to Luden only to be bottled in a weeping vial by our dear Samson. It had the silhouette of a woman and morphed and changed as it clawed its way in attempt to reach Luden. All of the 7 have now been defeated. The conduits of Vera's wrath. And in that final defeat, as the Veil Walker dissipated into ash, a deafening crack was heard across all of Aurora and all of the planes of existence. The skies blackened as the seas receded, whales and marine life suffocating in the air. Lacambria rose out of the ocean before, but now, as the ocean has receded, cliffs give it heights that could be viewed as a massive tower of land rising out of the earth. Ships that were docked in the harbor district are now the relics at the bottom of this newly formed chasm down onto the open seafloor. You all pant out of breath, the adrenaline of the fight still coursing through your veins. Ludin, as the last blow to the Veil Walker lands, and you take on the punishment of slaying a fragment of Vera's wrath, you feel a little dizzy. Lightheaded. Your skin prickles and feels very sensitive, similar to the sensitivities you might feel if you had the flu, but you don't feel sick. You don't feel nauseous. Christian, I'm gonna need you to decrease your AC by 1 permanently. You also get the sense, as your skin prickles, if you were to get critically hit in battle, it's gonna hurt a lot more than usual.
You know what? Bring it. That's what Ludin's thinking to himself.
And I leave the moment to you now.
Go.
As Samson finishes stoppering the bottle of the Weeping Bile.
Ludin looks, I guess, to Samson and looks to the rest of his party. He'll put his bow up and his arrows up and everything like that. And he'll just say, thank you. I don't think there's much more that needs to be said. Seems like there are bigger fish to fry, and let's get prepared to do things that we have to do, right?
Are you feeling okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Ludin, as you say you're fine, there's a bit of a change in the atmosphere. Ludin, you're back. There's a prickling feeling at first underneath your leather armor, and itching. Shrug it off. The itching doesn't go away. You twitch and begin to move your shoulders as your muscles contract against this very uncomfortable feeling. And then the itching leads to burning. It feels like your skin is on fire. It's agony as your armor on your back begins to smolder, and you all see this and smoke as the leather burns from beneath, and the scent of burnt flesh mixed with tanned leather begins to fill the air around you and the party. What do you do?
What the fuck is going on?
Get it
what
off!
is
Get
happening?
your armor off!
Yeah, I take my armor off. Yeah, I guess I'll, cut it off. For all I don't care about this armor. Well, I guess I can't do that. It's magical. Yeah, I take my armor off.
I'll rush forward and help.
And scream in pain, but actually more grunt in pain. I'm not gonna defile this moment. I gotta look cool.
Give me a Constitution save. Let's see how well you hold up. Give me a Constitution save. Let's see how well you hold up.
So 16 plus 4, so I got a 20.
Oh yeah. You are sweating, but you're just kind of like gritting through your teeth. You are not screaming, but you are holding that all in, just as it just the sweat of this pain just drips down your body, and you just begin to sweat profusely through the rest of the cloth of your clothes.
Can I put my hand on his back and cast Cure Wounds? I feel like Finn would try.
Do you do you do that before or after you rip his armor off?
Probably. Yeah, probably after the armor comes off. Yeah.
Okay, let me tell you what you see before you do that.
Or I want to touch it. Is that what you're saying?
I just want to make sure you understand what you see before you. So you rip off this armor. Ludin is just grunting and gritting his teeth. You just looking at his back. Now, of course, Ludin cannot see anything. All of you can see this, but it is on his back. He, of course, cannot see a single thing. You see cracks of flame flickering under his flesh as the burning ashes to a deep black soot. Though something moves underneath his skin on his back, as if whatever has just happened has left a living mark. Not just any mark, though. A black hand. And it looks as though the hand has dimension at first, clawed into Ludin's back, emerging from his spine, with fingers dug into his skin almost up to the knuckles. But if you turn your head and look at it from the side, Ludin's skin is smooth. You don't see any hand. But if you face it forward again, it looks as though this hand is clawed into Ludin's back, protruding from it, as if the wrist was a part of his spine.
I'd like to think that, like, the thumb, or I guess these three fingers, trace along the portion where that bear line was, so it fits in there just perfectly. Yeah. So my back now looks like the hand did the thing that the bear did.
Yeah.
So it's like protruding from his spine. Okay.
It's very, very strange, because if you were to look at it like this is his back flat, it looks like there's a hand coming out. But if you were to turn Ludin to the side like this, you see his skin is just completely flat, like it's some sort of weird, disturbing optical illusion. And if anybody is proficient in religion, you may make a religion check.
Yeah, standing there with Finn as we all run over there to see all this. I'll make a religion check because I'm proficient, but
you all may react to that while checks are made.
I'm gonna reach out and try to touch it because it's moving underneath, right? I'm gonna try to touch it like I'm touching somebody on the other side of a mirror.
You want to touch it?
I want to reach out and see if I can feel it and see if it feels back.
Okay.
And
You
retribution.
reach out and touch it. The skin is ice cold, and your eyeballs immediately roll back into your head. The rest of you see this. You immediately see the hand kind of juts out and grabs you. None of you else see this. All you see is Samson touching this hand and his eyes rolling back. But you, Samson, the hand reaches out and grabs you by the throat, and there is this kind of guttural sound emitting. You see a creature within a dark hood, and the scent of just must and just dampened earth as it grabs you by the throat, and you immediately feel life drain from you, and you pass out unconscious in front of everyone.
This happens as Samson reaches out.
Yes.
And grabs
Craig's
it.
gonna rush over to see what's up with that.
You just immediately pass out unconscious on the floor as
The
it
second-
screams and breathes in your own air.
Samson has a feature. So eyes roll back. Samson begins to go on or goes unconscious when Samson hits the ground, there's this almost shockwave of these vines that pop out from where he hits the ground. And from where those vines come out, rising from beneath, there are these same kind of wolf-like fey creatures that come out. They look like moorbounders a little bit, but they're huge and gangly and lanky, and they pop up right around Samson, and they begin furiously looking around for something to fight as he hits the ground.
All right, so Prey's gonna back up.
Finn's gonna kind of stand between Samson and Ludin because he fell, or Samson fell. So Finn will like look between, and be like, Samson, can I?
So Samson has essentially dropped to 0 hit points, like a banshee attack.
And so he reaches over to try to touch Samson, but the wolf probably like snaps at him, sort of thing. So he'll mumble a little healing word Samson's way just to get him back up.
I just can imagine the scene too, like
what is
Ludin's
Ludin doing? Like, what's happening back there?
He's not focused on that. I mean, I assume he understands that this is probably like the hand of retribution and all that, because Ludin is proficient in religion, and he understands somewhat probably what's going on. But at the same time, he's not concerned about Samson or anybody else. His back is quite literally feeling like it's on fire. So I can just imagine he's staring forward, just like gripping the ground, just trying to wait for the pain to subside, while Samson's passed out behind him, and Prey, Esperise, and Finn are just like...
Eventually the pain, once the mark fades into his skin, the pain does subside, but you feel as though you've been branded in some way.
Ludin, there's something inside your back. Something's living in there now. You have to tell it to get out. It's really scary.
I don't think this is how this works, Finn. I mean...
What is that?
Finn says this as Samson is laying on the floor.
He mumbled a healing word. He did. Poor Samson.
Did that work?
Did it work?
I mean, yeah. As long as Finn touched you, yes, it would bring you back, Samson.
Oh yeah, I guess Finn will reach past the scary wolf and hope it doesn't bite him in the face.
You have to tell
Prey
it
will
to
help
get
with
out.
the wolves.
Yeah, Luda just goes, get out! Okay, there you go, Finn. I feel like there's something more nefarious going on here.
What do you think it is?
It's the hand,
Do you think it's
man.
your dad?
No! Oh my god, no, he's gone. Finn, it's me. It's my life. It's just, it makes sense. It's... Okay,
Is
it's...
this your deal with the 7? Or
I know,
is this what you
don't...
did with the rock?
It has to be the rock. Let's just not be surprised about, like, whatever was about to happen. Look, just don't touch me.
Yeah,
We're not
don't
supposed to
touch.
be
Don't touch him.
surprised
Fuck.
From a hand growing out of your back?
Wait, Prey touches him, like, not on the giant hand. It's like on his
No,
arm or
Ludin steps
something.
back. Stop!
You thought I didn't like
No.
getting touched before.
It's
We
just
need
not
to
worth it.
know.
No, we don't. Just don't touch me.
That might not always be a choice we have.
Good point.
We
I'll be fine.
frequently hold hands for magic.
I told you it's not necessary.
I'm not holding that
think
thing's hand. I'm not.
I now have 3 hands.
I was
Just like, me too. The
Sure.
work it must be.
You
What
have
did
to
you
hold
roll,
it.
Samson?
look. I rolled. Samson sits up. It's like, okay, I got a 14. Figure out what this thing is. Okay. Tries to stand
And
up.
for our audience's context, so that they understand what is going on and what has happened to Ludin here, Samson, you have only ever seen that mark in ancient texts pertaining to the stars. Most have never seen it in person. It is the mark of the hand of retribution. Some crimes are too egregious for humanity to punish. Those are left to the hand of retribution. A creature, like Ludin, with the hand is now marked for punishment and eventual death that is equal or greater than the atrocities that have been committed. The mark manifests solely as a black hand marking one's back. The mark is irrevocable, and no power in Aurora or on any plane of existence can stop the Ekdisi from hunting those marked with the hand.
Let's go.
To hell? Yes.
No. I'm
I
not
do-
afraid of this thing.
I do my best to explain that to everyone in the ways that I can.
Huh.
What we need to do is talk to those Swindle twins. They're the ones that did this.
No?
I don't think they are, Finn.
Well, if it was the stone, then yeah, it was them. Right?
I
Who
did
then
it, Finn.
chose to use it.
But you didn't know what was gonna happen.
Finn, if I was afraid of death, I wouldn't be on this mission with every one of you. Every time we go out, every time we fight, there's a potential for me to die. Okay? At any death, I'll fight to the end. So let's see what this monster can throw at me.
It's more than just the monster, friend.
I fully planned on killing a god. Let's go.
They want you dead too. It's not just the creatures that come, it's the followers. It's everyone else, it's everyone who wants to do good and be one to slay a marked one.
So you're saying that people are gonna try and kill Luden?
Everyone who finds out. And I'm gonna help put his armor back on. Or some kind of cloak or something to hide it.
We won't let them.
Finn.
You were always a shirt guy at the beach anyway, right?
Yeah. I'm not... Okay, let me put it this way, Finn. When I say I'm fine, I mean it in the sense of I'm not afraid of anything anymore. I wanted to find my family. I found my family. I wanted to protect my brother. I failed at that. I wanted to save my father, and I killed him. I'm at peace with whatever I have going on here. I'm not angry anymore, Finn. I'm accepting whatever this fate has thrown at me. Okay? And I get that you want to protect me, and I get that you want to make sure that I don't die. But ever since you met me, I've said the same thing. I'm a human. I don't live long. I'm not going to spend my time running away from whatever these people try to do to me. But you best be sure I'm going to fight my hardest to make sure that I stay alive. And when I'm not, I'm not. It's not sad, that's just the way the world works. I don't need to live forever. Heck, I don't even need to live to 60. I'm doing what I want to do with this time that I have. Okay?
What do you want to do?
I want to take out Vera. I want to reorient my life. Because for the first time, I know the truth. I've done something about it. And I have nothing but the path forward.
And that's what we're gonna do.
All right, then. Where's the ocean?
Yeah, Finn looks over at the
Yeah.
beach. Where is the ocean?
It's
Wait,
sure.
Were we walking up this whole time? Just
Look over.
oh,
Where's
by the way, the ocean.
Ah! It's like dolphins dying on the beach. Like while we're having this really
That's probably fine.
no.
It is nothing more than puddles right now, with some deeper little pools where some sea animals are like clinging to, but they can't leave their little pool area. You can essentially walk the ocean, like traverse the ocean on foot at this point, or
It's like small little tide pools.
yeah, tide pools. Thank you.
To this structure in the middle of the...
A Lacambria is basically, I mean, it was already rising out of the ocean beforehand, as I've said, but now it is like a tower out of the ocean because the water has receded. It's like the Hoover Dam without the water in it, which is pretty good because most of the water of the Hoover Dam is already gone.
Is it possible to bring the water back? Like, is the water just really far away, or...
I don't think it's a tsunami situation because that would be very, very scary.
It's like a drained pool.
It's Vera was water displacing the entire world.
Ocean, right? We're talking about the ocean.
She water displaced the entire ocean.
There are cracks in the earth where steam is kind of rising up from that all the cracks seem to lead out somewhere.
Is there an element plane of water? Does anyone know?
Yeah, there is.
Should we do like one of the things, how
No,
we were gonna
Finn,
do
we
the
should
Mega
kill
Grand
Vera and
Lava
make
Slam
statistics
thing?
over.
Yeah,
Let's just
but...
kill Vera.
What are
Or
the
you-
people doing?
That's a great question.
Well, the people are like, again, like you can only see because you're by the dock area that leads out from where the mural is. The rest of the Undercity is basically like a cave. The people down here, they don't know what's going on yet. But you do hear commotion coming from above the surface, where all the dwarves are currently who have the city under martial law.
Okay, let's not even go up. Where do we need to go before we go up there? I assume we're getting potions, we're restocking, and we're heading straight to Vera. Maybe resting.
Yeah, I think we all need a rest, but I think we also need to stock up on stuff, like, as much as we can.
The people
I don't even know...
The people up top are going to be panicking immediately.
Do you think
Be
Nouveau
easy to hide
Maximum would have stuff?
Yeah. I mean,
It's probably free right now, too.
they definitely equipped us when we were here.
See if our friends are still there.
Should we disguise ourselves, maybe?
No. There's gonna be enough commotion up there. Let's just blend in.
Okay.
Easy enough for you to say. I'm gonna cast disguise.
The ocean, where is it?
I'm gonna use disguise self, and I'm gonna make myself not look like a fey creature that's been come over here to steal your children from across the world and just shook hands with death.
Also, the dwarves might, like...
I'm going
Might be
to take my mask, rip it off of my hood, and throw it down the stairs, and just pop up a regular hood as we walk up.
I'm gonna pop my hood up, too.
Yeah, probably will get a little shorter and put her hood up as well.
It's like we match. Samson, do you have a hood?
As Fenn calls over to Samson, he doesn't have a hood, but he's actively passing the vial to Prey. He's about to say, "Can you tell me who this is?" I'm trying to sneak it to her, so I feel like I about almost got caught. Trying to sneak and hand it to her.
Okay, yeah, make a sleight of hand check.
Come on, man.
And hope it doesn't get past your friends' passive perceptions here.
I'm like, come on, bud. This is.
Looking? They weren't looking.
I know everything.
Plus 9. That's 23.
I still see it.
23.
I'm not gonna be pissed off about it, but I'm not.
Everybody else was putting on a hood. Like, it's fine, right? 23.
I literally just take a side eye to like my shadow being passed to Prey and not caring. And let's go.
Yeah, I got one. I will adjust after I hand it to Prey. I will adjust the disguise stuff to make a hood, so we can all be hooded figures.
You make your way back up to the top surface of Lacambria, and as you kind of make your way up those kind of rickety stairs, wooden stairs, up into the harbor district, you notice that the dwarves are quite panicked. There are bells kind of ringing. Some of the people have started to come out of their homes and they're asking what's going on. The dwarves are yelling, "Get back in your house! We'll tell you what's going on. We're trying to figure it out ourselves." And they're just screaming at people, telling them to get back in their houses, threatening them as you guys all come out.
What are their watchtowers made of?
They're using watchtowers that the Sons of Bouclier would have used.
So are they like wood or
They're
are they
like
metal?
Stone. There would be stone.
Stone. Okay.
They would be made of stone, like stone buildings. And so you see that as you kind of come out. What's interesting, as you come out and all of this is happening, it's so chaotic. The rain stops, the sun comes out, flowers begin to bloom, then they die, then it starts to cloud again, and hail begins to rain from the sky, pelting the ground. One woman gets pelted in the temple, and she falls down to the ground, completely unconscious, and like blood kind of pooling out to the side. You see people kind of like attempting, as it begins to hail, people are screaming, going back in their houses, attempting to protect themselves from this golf ball size hail. I need all of you to make a dex save.
Well, as soon as it starts to hail, Ludin's gonna cast Gust of Wind straight up. So if in a 10-foot like little line around him, at the very least, whoever's standing right beside him shouldn't have to make one.
You can choose one person. We'll say you can choose one person one person that you're close to. So which of the group would you like to give, which of the group would you like to give that advantage to?
I'll do it to Prey.
Okay, I was gonna say, don't pick me, because Finn Missy steps towards that woman to try and help that bleeding head, of course.
All right, Samson, make a dex save.
Prey looks a little slower than usual.
She's limp. She's kind of dragging a little bit while she walks.
9?
9.
A 9?
9.
Yeah, that is a fail, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, if we wait 2 seconds, we can find out what Esperise rolled as she's arrived.
Oh, has she arrived? Hold on.
Oh,
Let me bring Esperise in.
Tell her to make a dex save there. That's the first thing you say. Don't say anything else. Just say make a dex save.
Make a dex.
Okay.
All right, here she comes. Ready?
I'm bringing her
3,
in.
2, 1. Any second.
All right, Deanne, I need you to make a dex save.
Wait.
Oh, her audio's not here.
Yeah. You gotta make a dex save.
Deanne.
There's no sound. There's only deck saves.
There's only dex saves.
Let me fix you guys real quick.
Oh, what do you? Sure, we can roll for you. Actually, don't let me
you
do
got
it. I've been rolling
a-
terrible.
You
Where
got
are
a
we?
11.
11? I think I have a +3. Let me stuff open. I think I mean, let's say it's a 14, because I don't know what my dex save is.
All right,
Where are we?
we're upstairs.
We
We literally walked
outside.
upstairs. That's it.
I already went unconscious once.
Yeah,
We
he
walked
actually did.
upstairs.
Oh yeah, to catch you up, I am marked. If you touch me, you'll go unconscious. So don't touch me, or don't touch my back,
Touch the
basically.
There's a secret hand in his back that if you shake it, you just go unconscious.
Yeah, so don't do that. I
walked
also
outside.
Wait, like he's got a little, like a Jack in the Box that out comes the hand, and then you should. Really?
There's a hand that's latched to his spine and growing out of his spine.
yeah. So there's
It's
that.
like inside of
It's
him.
like inside of him.
It's like a giant tattoo.
You could watch that.
And then
For context.
and then the
He's
last
marked
one.
he's marked with the hand of retribution. Essentially.
Yeah, no, I got that. Except also he's animatronic now, which is very exciting.
And also, if I get crit, it looks like I take quadruple damage, if not like 6 times the damage.
I didn't give a specific number. I just said it's gonna hurt a lot more.
Yeah,
It's gonna
yeah,
hurt a
so-
lot more.
So, let's just hope I don't get crit. Also, my AC's lower. Permanent.
Okay.
Okay, and then we walked outside. It was raining. No, it wasn't. Then it was dry, and now it's hailing. And now we're running for our lives. Finn is running to help an old lady who got hit by ice in the head.
And you're taking damage.
And we're upstairs?
Yeah,
we
we just-
You are in the
still?
Cambria. You went upstairs to the
The
city of the
Oh,
Cambria.
upstairs is in. Okay.
Yeah, we just went upstairs.
You left the Undercity. You are now in the city of Lacambria in the Harbor District, and it has begun to hail. You are all taking dex saves except Praeria, who Luden has chosen to avoid the whole hailing situation with Praeria.
Yep.
Because I'm now super stiff and take dex saves with disadvantage.
Exactly.
Do I have to
guys
take
are
one?
doing
I'm a
so
treat.
well.
Yes, you will
I
have to take a
know.
dex save for me, Finn.
Okay. Oh no, 9.
That is also a fail.
Can I narrate this?
Yes, you may.
Can I-
Please do.
So Finn, Misty steps over to where the lady got hit by the hail, and he drops to his knees to shield her, and that's probably how he gets hit.
Okay.
Lady gets hit, then he goes, huh.
Masteries does not care about the old lady getting hit. Just putting that out there. I'd like to use Favored by the Gods to add 2d4 to my roll. Oh my god, and Foundry is not hanging out with me. Could somebody roll me 2d4 to add to that?
It's 7.
Samson and Finlay,
So
as
that's gonna
you
be it. It's gonna be 7 plus 4. It's
21.
thank you.
So you
You're welcome.
succeed.
21.
You avoid getting pelted by the golf ball-sized hail. Samson and Finlay, you get struck and take 11 bludgeoning damage as the ice pelts you. Immediately
Wait.
as that happens, the hail stops and it just begins to rain again.
I'm gonna keep my spell on because I feel like there's
no,
probably
I'll
gonna
see.
some more hail. Some more hail falling down. And yeah, I guess me and Prey are walking arm in arm towards the.
There-
And then
Are
the
you saying?
rain.
Are you trying to tell me there's hail but no clouds?
Yes. And then the clouds reform and the rain stops and it just thunders.
Ben, can you fix this? I mean, you can take care of the
focus
weather, bro.
on.
Like, just stop.
Okay. No, just wait. I'm trying to help this lady. Someone come help her. And Finn's gonna heal her little mark on her temple, her bleeding.
Oh,
Is this legitimately just a random old lady on the
Yeah.
We have things we have to do.
I
bleeding
understand that, but she's hurt, and I am a cleric, and I have a duty.
she wakes up.
You're
She
Well,
hears.
Levine's the one throwing rocks at her, man.
She
You got
wakes.
hit.
She
No, you
wakes
didn't.
up and overhears Esperisa. We got things to do.
This 88-year-old woman's throwing up from a concussion.
I'm
and
so
Esmer's is
sorry.
like,
No,
What?
don't be sorry. Just make your way over to that roof over there, okay?
I can't climb onto the roof.
Oh my god. Luda just walks over to the lady, literally picks up his grappling hook, shoots the grappling hook up, and starts.
I didn't mean on top of the roof. I mean get to a place with a roof. Here, I'm just gonna help her. I'll be right there, guys. I'll here. Come on.
Takes his grappling hook back.
She picks up her cane that was on the floor, that's soaking wet, and she just slowly makes her way to what is like a side, like a barn where animals are usually kept with some hay.
The nearest shelter. Yeah.
Where
She
Jesus
walks
was
into-
born.
You should be safe here. It's holy. All right, I'm gonna make my way back. Finn will run back.
Thank you. Oh.
Jeez.
And you run back.
I don't know if I can control the weather. I can try, I guess.
Try.
we should
Okay.
be.
It doesn't seem controllable. We should just leave.
Yeah, we should probably get to our destination as I'm trying to do it.
Okay.
So Finn will look up and
Oh.
try and squint at the sky real hard and be like, control weather. And by Lauren's expression, I assume it did not work.
I would assume that this is some kind of divine temper tantrum more than actual machinations of the weather.
What I will allow you to do, because you did expend a spell slot. It does and doesn't work. It works in the sense that you've essentially created a little halo around you that protects you from the outside storms that are going on and the crazy converging of sun to clouds to hail to snow. Like it is a very chaotic and you do notice it does slow down, but the shifting does not change. Like it may be 5 minutes of rain and then 10 minutes of snow and then 20 minutes of rain, and then it will slowly start to kind of shift. But you aren't able to do the entire mile radius that the spell typically is able to control. But you are able to kind of create your own personal flurry, like protection, like Olaf in Frozen.
We have an 80-degree bubble around us now.
An 80-degree bubble.
Yes, because that is the perfect weather for Finlay.
we should be directing these people to the sunrise, maybe, yeah?
Oh,
but... Should we do that before we leave?
I don't want...
Don't we have to go to the school to get our stuff?
Did we have to, like, talk... I just don't want to have to deal with the what are they called? The dwarves? Because if we start directing people, that's not really blending in anymore. And if somebody wants to start fighting us, I'm gonna be honest right now, I'm not in the mood, and I don't want to absolutely just start murdering everyone that I see.
Oh, progress.
Well, it's also the fact that I don't think that I want all of their souls to be taken away immediately.
So let's...
And in between is to tell a couple of people to go to the sunrise and tell them to tell everyone else so that they are organizing.
Let's look for somebody who looks like they might be a leader.
Why don't you thaumaturgy?
The concussion.
Why don't you thaumaturgy somebody's voice just loudly?
We'll just tell everyone we meet on the way. If there's random people in the streets, we'll send them over there.
Finn will look over at the old lady and she'll hear in her mind Finn's voice. Go to sunrise?
Yeah, to the church.
Is that the church? Save it on sunrise.
Yeah, that place. But do it as safely as you can.
Of course.
Alright. And now I also love the idea, just the picture of this group of people with hoods up now, walking through the street, and everything's happening around them, but in their little bubble. It's great weather, just in their little bubble.
Very non-suspicious.
Not at all.
Y'all should get out of here. We're good though. But like,
we're good. Every now and then, just
couldn't
like
be me.
A bystander gets hit with a softball-sized piece of hail.
Unfortunately.
Yes.
I can stabilize
Couldn't
anyone we
us.
pass so that happens, but are we anywhere near the school?
Dying.
You give me survival checks, group survival check please, as
Survival.
you guys should be good with Finn's bubble. That would have lowered the DC for you.
I still have my gust of wind going. It goes for 10 minutes. But I only got an 11.
I got survival skills, baby.
21.
21.
21.
Okay. Yeah. So at
21.
you're pretty good. As the hail kind of falls, it melts and just becomes more like water balloons kind of splashing you in the face as you're kind of walking through in this 80 degree weather, and the magic that kind of transcends this plane above your head, and as the hail hits it, it just kind of turns into globs of water that kind of spray and hit you. But you aren't too affected by the weather at the moment. It is interesting to see how everyone else is kind of being affected by it. But as you begin walking and you get closer to Nouveau, it's more than just the weather you've noticed. You'll see plants begin to bloom on windowsills and then die immediately and shrivel up. You'll see weeds grow between the cracks of the cobblestones and then die and shrivel up as you're walking.
make a religion check to see like exactly what's going on. I assume, I mean, I know it's Vera, but like, see if I can put into words what's going on rather than it's Vera that's doing this.
Yeah,
Does
you
that
may make a
sense?
religion check, and as you do that, and you do watch, eventually the cycle ends and the plant just dies. You see trees.
So it's not a continuing cycle of seasons the way the Remblays do.
I got a 23.
It cycles maybe once or twice, and then the plant just dies. You got a 23?
Yeah.
This is definitely Vera. And it's confirmed, especially when you see the trees, all the trees that are growing throughout are dying, and all the leaves are falling off, and graying and cracking and rotting away.
Well, it's Vera.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she is the goddess of the earth after all.
Is this what they call the 5th season?
That's what it looks like, huh?
All of them? None of them?
I thought the 5th season was just gonna be the thing that kills everybody, but I guess this would technically be it. Yeah.
Does seem to end in death.
An act. Prologue.
We're gonna stop it. We'll make sure everything goes back to normal-ish. Eventually.
Yeah. We're gonna kill Vera. And whatever happens after that, we have no idea. But she deserves death. Or a sleep, another rest. I don't know. Apparently we can't kill her or something.
I think it's more that everyone else does not deserve to die.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
I think that what we'll have to do is probably put her wrath to rest. I don't know what that means exactly, other than killing her, but
Vera sounds like she needs therapy.
I know.
This is an anger issue.
We are very fortunate to know 3 people who know exactly how to put her wrath to rest. Yes.
You're talking about with arrows? That's the only thing I can.
No, I mean, like Cyprian knows and Cassie
Oh,
knows
I see.
how, and
Okay.
so does what is her name?
Yeah, anyway. I think something to consider. Do you believe that Vera might be trying to make any kind of contacts with
Cassius?
yeah.
maybe trying, but I don't know if we can know that for certain. We haven't really reached out to him.
I'm gonna send in to Cassius.
Hey man, are you still on our team? You good?
Is that
Hey, my guy, just tell me check in.
So I just want to. It's kind of like a little captcha. If you know the password, who do you, sir?
I'm gonna cast send in to Cassius.
Mm-hmm.
Assuming that we get to a safe place, because we're
Eventually,
we're
you're
about to steal from Mangwins or buy all their stuff.
Are you heading to Mangwins or are you heading to Nouveau? I thought you were heading to Nouveau.
Nouveau.
Nouveau shouldn't have what we need unless we're gonna get special stuff from the vault.
I'm getting
Well,
some.
yeah,
potions.
we're getting some special stuff.
So we're like looting in this scenario?
Is
Or-
Crick-
Pretty
Do
much.
you have reason to
Okay.
believe that Crick is in the building?
Yeah.
What are they gonna
Probably.
do? I'm gonna take what I need to take and go save the world.
That's a
I
good
dare
point.
them to stop me. I
No,
freaking
what
dare
I'm
them at this
saying
point.
about That I'm asking.
Crick should be
think-
there. He has a room there.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not comfortable looting, you can go check with Crick while we.
I'm not concerned about the looting at this point. At this point, with all of you, I am not concerned about the looting. But I was hoping to have a conversation with Crick.
Me too. We should do it.
Crick!
Conversations. Samson, while we are entering the lobby of the Nouveau, do you want to make a call?
Yeah. Let me call a friend Cassius. I
Good
speed
focus to
dial.
our friend.
Yeah, I speed dial my good friend Cassie.
Hey Casey, how you doing?
Tell him we said hi.
Yeah.
For all the good times we had where we forgot we had you most of the time.
We always talked about you like you weren't there.
But see, we're remembering you now. We're just calling to check up, you know.
We never.
I've got you on speakerphone, Cassie. Okay.
Hi, Cassie.
We never remember to give you a vegan option. Like, so I call Cassius instead. Hey Cassius, or Cassian, it's us. Finn says hey.
Hi, Cassius.
Hi Cassius. How are things where you are? We're experiencing some bad weather. We've checking in on you. Thanks. Love you. Bye.
Nat 20. Nat 20. That was perfect. Nat 20.
All right.
DC is 3. You get no response. Or you get Asteria. Cassius can't come to the phone right now.
I was
Cassius's
considering
voice.
following up an Asteria call, but she does not answer as often, so I thought maybe this is more fruitful.
That's fair. Well, I mean, obviously Asteria is seeing all this stuff too. She failed in her mission, so let's see if she might come help us.
Yeah. Well, maybe if I get Asteria, that would be crazy. But I think at this point, like, I feel like if Cassius realizes, like, if Vera came back and then immediately fixed his brain, like, he's gonna be pissed and he probably won't answer. But if he answers, I feel like
we're all
maybe, good. Yeah, as long as he's not super shady.
So does he pick up the phone?
Yeah, does he pick up?
Or do we look up in the sky and we see a thunder, like, freaking Thor?
Skywriting says red, 10:33 a.m.
You guys are giving me a lot of anxiety right now.
About the choices that I have made.
Cassius comes in like Thor in Endgame with like electricity just all over his body.
He's riding like a Pegasus. Like,
oh my god.
This would be so sick if you were still on our side.
Yeah. So you remember that thing, huh? Ooh.
He responds back and he says, "Weather is very erratic. I'm starting to get these terrible headaches.
Bet you are.
Yikes.
All right, so it's time. Like, we got to get back. Esperise, you gotta.
Is that it? Is that all it says?
Yeah.
I don't. That's not a thing that I do.
You gotta in his brain or something. I don't know. Y'all magic people gotta fix this because I can't fight another god while fighting a god.
So no, he responded. Everything's fine.
Oh,
it's weird.
Okay.
Weird. He didn't return the "I love you." So that's concerning.
Well, have you guys ever hung out one-on-one?
That's because he loves me best.
I feel like we've all hung out with Cassie's at least once.
Yeah,
I didn't. Well, there's a lot of members of the party that I have not hung out with one-on-one, but.
Look, we all go out to the bar. We all go have a drink. Sometimes we get caught up in these small little like intimate conversations, but we're all out as a group. So
I'm sure he loves you. He's just really shy. He only says it to certain people.
And who are those certain
people?
Finn.
Who are you talking about, Finn?
I'm just saying, some of us are family, and he's gonna like pick up his face a little.
As we should warn the other of us.
Except we've all
right now.
We've all known him the same amount of time, Finn. I think he loves us all equally. Let's just put it at that.
I don't think there's anything more upsetting you could say to Finn than "I think he loves us all equally."
Yeah. Pray's right. What was that, Pray?
We should warn his lady friend. What was her name?
Oh, Zemlin.
Zemlin, yes.
The one we currently have babysitting him in case such a thing happens.
I'm going to call Asteria.
I can also write Cyprian too.
Are we
Oh
going
my
to
goodness.
have people meet us someplace before we... Do we all want to meet at where it's going to go down?
Yeah. Well,
Ooh.
maybe we don't tell Cassian that.
Let's
What?
Avengers assemble this bee? Yes.
I kick in the door to Nouveau Maxwell.
You're already
Wait.
inside.
Don't even.
Daniel.
Don't even.
You're already inside. I walk back out.
He
I
walk
close
out
the
back
door.
out.
Unless we're inviting Addie, I don't know if we can tell
Addie
them
is
where it's
dead.
He's dead.
That's right. Sorry.
Oh my god. Why would you say that? Oh, that's
We just lost her, Finn.
Sorry. There's so many people that have died. I'm trying to keep up.
Well,
Also, real quick, I just love on the aside we're all in the middle of this arguing, and Esperi's just like, I'm gonna call my girlfriend. Like,
I'll be back.
well, I need to let her know where she's going to... I need to let her know where she's going to meet us. Where
We
do
can't
we
give
go?
directions. It's down the middle of nowhere.
Oh, she knows where you're from.
Why don't we just I assume, hey, meet us where the ocean still is. Let's go find the ocean.
Finn doesn't know where Finn's from. He just says it's that way.
I do know. I just have been lying to you.
Wow. How many
Remember-
times have we given you time and chances to tell the truth about
I told you about my island. I wasn't. Let me lead you there right now because it wasn't pertinent to the moment.
pertinent. That's a big word.
I can't tell
No
if
worries.
Daniel's screen is froze. Okay, it's
I've
not.
been reading a lot.
Samson just has never been more hurt.
This is the first time that Finlay has ever lied to you. No, Asteria doesn't
Oh
know
my
for
gosh.
suspicious reasons. There was a member of the Temple of Remblaze who was from the same place. So I had heard of it. I'm sure Asteria has heard of it. We know the vague location. And she is a significantly more powerful sorcerer than I am. And definitely knows how to get there. I'm not concerned about this.
Fine.
Okay. And if she starts to come after any of us, I'll just show her my back and we'll put her in prison. It'll be super easy.
Look at it! Look at it!
Why'd you give me like a little high five?
I will
Right up
make that call while you all dig through the vault, I think.
Awesome.
So there are people here, but it's like a skeleton crew.
There's like one person at the front desk who's watching us have this argument. Stand in the doorway.
I'm gonna knock. Can I go knock on Crick's door?
You
Turn
can
around.
you go downstairs and Crick's door is actually cracked. He is currently in the middle of nursing some wounds on ironically, Crick is nursing the wounds on someone who has had their vocal cords ripped out.
Oh.
How does that happen with this?
Hail, man. Hail.
The right angle.
Probably a
Okay.
spell going wrong. That'd be my guess.
Really
I'm scared.
bad timing.
Knock. Crick, and Finn's gonna just walk in.
He turns around and of course you see like because as before he has been taken care of so he can actually speak. And he looks at you, Fiddleye, and he gives you this big toothy grin and he goes, "Welcome back, Master Fiddleye. I wish it was under better circumstances."
Yeah, it's pretty crazy out there, huh?
Yes. What brings you to Naveau? Bit of a skeleton crew, of course. Do you need some healing?
Oh,
Well-
no.
Where are your friends, the rest of your party?
They're just looking for some books, and I just wanted to see you. Before we head out again. Just wanted to see if you were doing okay.
Better than most. I've been given this safe house, I suppose I should call it now. Less of a building of learning and more of a building of shielding.
What happened to him?
With the lack of instructors in the area, some of the magically inclined have began experimenting with magic without any guidance, and this one was attempting to cast a thaumaturgy spell.
Wow, that's a big cost for a thaumaturgy spell.
You look over keeping in mind, it is a very, very young, like 12-year-old kid.
Oh, okay.
So you get the sense like this kid was trying to cast spell, like he has magical talent. He was trying to cast spells, and of course it went awry because he is so young and doesn't have the training that he would have needed.
He'll look over to the kid, and the kid will hear in his mind Finn's voice. You're in good hands. And soon you'll have a little box thingy in your throat like Crick.
Immediately, the kid starts to cry.
Oh. Oops. Sorry.
And Crick is just stitching. Be very careful, my son. Be careful now. And
we
he
gotta
just
head out.
He attempts to like calm the child before any more stitches are ripped.
Oh God. We gotta head out soon. I think my friend wants to come up and talk to you as well about other things. I'm sure she'll make her way up here eventually. But I'm glad to see you're doing well.
There's really nowhere else for me to go, and in a way, this is my home. I can't imagine leaving it after all that's happened, and it's done so much for me. I can't imagine abandoning it. I think I'll be here to the very end.
I love you, Crick. And he'll hug him. And you'll be happy to know I've gotten way better at necromancy thanks to you.
I am delighted to hear it. Squeezing a little hard.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Old lungs, you know.
Alright, bye.
It's good seeing you, lad.
Same to you.
He adjusts his glasses and he goes back to helping the boy.
Ben will head down to the vaults. Probably passes Reese on the way. I assume she's heading up there.
Just imagine Reese walks up staircases like the stepsisters from Cinderella, where they're just holding.
She always has her high gliding on a bench.
Yeah.
That's the vibe. Yeah, Esperise is kind of like halfway down the stairs, holding her little boho bag in her arms, kind of looking up at the doorway, seeing. Is he busy?
Oh, he's fine. He can stitch and talk at the same time. Come on up. Do you want me to introduce you?
Oh, that would be very nice. Thank you. Yes.
Of course. Finn will walk back.
Hi,
Crick.
He turns back around, not expecting you to come back after you said "I love you" and you left. And he goes, you must be Finlay's friend that he had mentioned. Go along. He kind of pats the boy on the back, and the little boy just kind of like looks up at you wide-eyed and just kind of skitters out the room.
Hello, my name is Esperis Antia. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I've heard so many wonderful things about you. Finlay thinks very highly of you indeed.
He's the best.
Oh, I'm just a studier and a reader, if nothing else, but I'm Crick. I don't have any titles or last names. It's just Crick.
There is nothing at all. Your name is much easier to remember than mine is, and I respect that. I was wondering, because we are kind of coming in and out so quickly, if you had a moment to just take a look at the tome that I have come in possession of. I would like to see your professional opinion.
Of course. Please. And he walks over and he kind of like begins to move his arm as if to clear. He is not clean by any means. I do want to point that out. He is. He's very much. He has the cleanliness of the cliche artist, where disorganization is his organization. He knows exactly where everything is, but it is a mess. And so there are scrolls. Very much Uramir style. Scrolls kind of everywhere. Pens and ink bottles kind of some ink bottles kind of poured out and or like on their side, and like part of the ink is just kind of poured out on some of the parchment. And he kind of just cleans with his arm away the desk and just makes some space for you.
And as Grace's eyes kind of flick to Finlay here, I hear that you are acquainted with necromancy. Is this the case?
I'm quite familiar with it, yes. I would say it was my expertise. If I was a learned man, but I'm not like the scholars here. I am a practitioner.
Kirk, you're like a master.
He has applied knowledge, which is a very valuable thing to have. Priest is going to pull a big, thick, skin-bound tome covered in eyeballs and put it on his desk. Does this mean anything to you? Just visibly. It's clean. I've cleaned it.
Oh, the cleanliness is not a concern, I assure you. Where did you acquire such a...
Oh, in another plane, actually. We've been doing quite a bit of traveling, I'm sure. I wish we had time for Finlay to tell you all about it, but nowhere nearby.
Absolute fascinating. What questions do you have? I have never seen anything quite like this. I've read about tomes bound in flesh and such, but I've never seen it. This is the kind of thing that is just myth and legend written about, hardly even believed in.
Well, I have a certain relatively academic question, I suppose. In the way that many of the glyphs are drawn and the spells are laid out, it's a kind of peculiar configuration. I was interested in like the patterns of the writing, what spells could be replicated, what could be built upon, what could be pared down. Does it appear to have been written by many people or from one source? Has this been built upon over time? Is it something that is still constantly expanding? Just anything that you could pick up in terms of the foundations of the text.
He gingerly attempts to open the book, and the eyes shut closed very abruptly. And
sorry, excuse me. I will open the book for him and give like the Prisoner of Azkaban, where you do that, where you touch the spine of the book. You open it.
It, without any hesitation, just even with the ginger of your pinky, you could lift the pages and the cover as you open this book, and he begins to kind of he gives you a look for a moment as you are very, because he tried to open it, and it's not clasped anymore. It was clasped when you attempted to open it at first, but it's not clasped anymore, but it still will not open for him. So he does notice that there is a give. There wasn't any give when he attempted to open it. He does give you a look. And as he kind of peruses over the pages, and he kind of gives you a look, and he says, well, he's gonna insight check you.
Oh, yeah.
He's gonna insight check you.
what does he want to know? Am I rolling a persuasion or a deception?
He rolled terribly.
Am I rolling deception?
He's essentially looking to see if you know more than you let on.
Oh yeah, let me see here. It's gonna be a 20.
He rolled. I rolled a 4.
I have an
a
academic
base.
interest. I did have to. I make my excuses, but I did have to, kind of spend some time with the book in order to look at it. Also, it's grown accustomed to my presence, but I have very little understanding of what lies within.
Well, these kinds of books are living, breathing, from what I've read, and of course it's no surprise glancing down at it. It does inhale and exhale if you look rather closely. And I will tell you right now, I cannot understand a single word or symbol that is in this book. But I do know these types of tomes only reveal themselves to very specific individuals. As you see here with this spine, the bones that are protruding ever so slightly from the cover in this area, I'm assuming that a pact was made.
This is very concerning to learn. Well, I appreciate your insights very much.
I will say, in accordance to your original question, whoever this book is attached to or has some sort of bond with, it is revealed. The more is revealed, the more is given. Necromancy, it is a cycle. There is not life without death, and there is not death without life. So, when resurrection spells are cast, even though you bring life back into a being, you sacrifice life elsewhere, even if you cannot see it. So you must give in order to take. I'm not sure if that helps at all, but any kind of spells garnered from this, you will have to give in order to take.
Oh, that is very helpful. Thank you so much, Craig. I wish that we had more time, that I could try to help you figure out what these languages, so we might glean more information.
If I had the chance, I would love to study this tome. The very knowledge that is locked within it, tomes like this, there are no duplicates. There is only one.
Well, our hope and prayer is that very soon we might be able to visit again. Right, Finn?
Right.
Yeah.
When the weather calms down.
And then I will, of course, bring the book back for you to take a closer look. But thank you so much for your beginning observations. It has been very enlightening.
Of course. I do hope I was of help. I can't read it, of course, but I only know very few things about the legendary books of old. There's not much knowledge known to that, but I can only make assumptions as to how to interact with such tomes.
Well, anything you know is 10 times more than I know, so I very much appreciate your expertise.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm sorry, am I dragging Finlay away again, or was there a further conversation you wanted to have?
Oh, no. I already said bye and love you. Still love you. But we gotta head out soon.
Yes, goodbye. I will, I'm sure, come to love you when I get to know you better.
He just kind of, stands there awkwardly at, kind of twiddling his thumbs a little bit, looking back towards his desk as if, should he continue a conversation or should he get back to work? He's not sure what to do next.
We have to go, but thank you so much.
Bye! He's closed the door. Did he say that when you resurrect somebody, you kill somebody else somewhere else?
Maybe. It's if you use the...
I didn't know that.
I'm gonna message back and forth now. I think it's not so... I don't think anytime you resurrect somebody else dies. It feels more like the way that this book is constructed. If you use this as a focus, it's more of that push and pull, perhaps.
But he said a resurrection spell.
I am not completely certain. It is not something we ever learned about in Remblasian temples. So very much against our principles there.
Oh, that would make sense, I guess.
You're a cleric, Finn. You like resurrection is a necromancy spell. You know that energy has to come from somewhere. So when you resurrect, you use a diamond, and diamond is not only a symbol of purity, but it is a perfect raw earthen material.
Mm-hmm.
And it is destroyed in the process.
Okay, well that makes sense. To me, it sounded it was like when you give
Raw
life,
equivalent
you
exchange.
take. Yes, it still sounded like
Yeah.
Oh,
So
my
so
God,
he
yes.
was essentially making the comparison that if you like in the same way that those spells work, the knowledge must probably be similar. Where
The book doesn't require you to use any diamonds or any...
See, I'm out here killing a little Alphonse every time I bring somebody back to life. Okay, let's go down and see where everyone else is.
No, it was very, very enlightening. We head downstairs to see you guys, I guess, looting at librarian's desk. What are you guys up to?
Yeah, Loon just walked over and be like, all right, you want the stuff to stop outside? Whoever you are, library person.
Library person.
Corey.
Yeah, Corey. It's not like I didn't come to Nouveau that much. It wasn't me. It was my bosses. You want this stuff to stop, Corey? Outside.
Yes, I do. I do want
Awesome.
this.
I'm gonna go kill whatever's doing it. I just need a couple of items.
Who are you?
You don't want to know.
We don't have much. Much was looted, of course, when
What you got, Corey? What you got?
I mean, I have things that are mine that I've been saving. In case.
I don't want your stuff. I want the good stuff, Corey. Open the vault. Open the vault, Corey. Open the vault, Corey.
Okay. And he just kind of fumbles with the keys a little bit, and he opens like a small little vault that leads back into the library. Its majority are books, of course, because this is the library. But you do see 2 potions of superior healing, kind of like sitting on like a shelf in the back. Immediately.
What else, Corey? What we got? We got any? What other stuff we got, man?
This is a place of knowledge, not a museum.
Corey,
the museum is on the 4th floor, and it is.
Corey, you're letting me down. You're letting me down, man. I need some stuff to fight. I don't need books. I mean, these superior. I'll take the superior healing
Well, they
potions and
do
throw them.
say that knowledge is the greatest weapon against evil.
Corey, I want you to defend against this arrow with knowledge. And I start to ride up the bow and arrow and see what he does.
At this point, Periaria will step in and take the arrow. Like, no, that's enough. That's enough.
I wasn't gonna shoot him, Prey. I wasn't gonna shoot him. I was just making.
He's a madman. He's a madman.
Yes, he is, and he wants weapons. Where can we find?
What do you guys want?
I want a potion of fly and another potion of spider climb, and that's it. That's all I. We're not the spider thingies. Arms.
I'll say that you can find that.
Dope. I put those in there. Corey came through, my man. Came through. I'm gonna write. They'll write stories about how you helped save the entire world.
Corey pees his pants.
You really think so? Corey Flabbergast, the 4th of Lacambria.
I think it'll just be called Corey Song. But yeah, it might get all of your names in there.
I'm not sure I trust you after you threatened me with an arrow, I'll be honest, but...
Corey,
Yeah.
Corey.
What is your name? I don't know what to call you. Bandit? Do I call you Bandit?
Oh, bandit.
Yeah, if only we were that nice.
Yeah, I remember the bandits.
Mhm.
Life was so much simpler back then. Like,
I-
Luda's definitely, like, looking off into the distance, not even paying attention to Corey as he's saying this. Alright, thanks, man. Anybody else want anything? I got superior healing potions. Finn, you need something? Oh, they're talking with Crick. What do you think that they would want?
Probably an immovable rod.
I don't know what else you want. I have hair dye. It's for my graying hair, but you can have that too if you'll just leave.
Hold on, Corey. Hold on.
Wait, what did you say you had?
Hair dye.
A
Hair
tie?
dye.
Hair dye?
Hair dye.
I don't
I
need that.
mean, if your light is getting roots, that would be a very passive aggressive thing to pick up. It's been like what, 2 months since he dyed his hair green?
What color is the dye?
Oh, that's true.
That's a good question.
He's got blonde roots, so he's like got a stripe of bald looking.
No, I like that. I like that. It's showing the real Finn. It's showing the real Finn.
Yeah.
We're gonna let him stay that.
I gotta look glamorous for this.
The longer it goes, the funnier it gets.
Yeah,
so-
let him keep that.
It's gonna be half and half.
No, let's buy it all, then throw it away.
Oh my god.
I would assume. Let's think about this strategically. Let's say Esperise would probably want. I feel like Esperise is good. She buffs herself or heals herself. Yeah, we'll give her some potions. I guess I don't know.
We'll say that you also get a potion of mana, which will heal Esperise up to 4 spell slots.
Cool.
Yes, I
So-
like it. Love
So
that.
so how that works, you can either heal yourself 1 level 3 spell slot or 4 level 1 spell slots, as long as it adds up to we'll say 5. I'll give you 5 since you're a
5?
higher level. Yeah, I'll give you
Cool.
5.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll take one of the. Can we take 2 and give one to Finn as well?
Yeah.
Because I don't think Finn really does need
So you
anything
can
either.
you can heal your spell slots up to 5 levels total.
Dope.
Does Nouveau Maximum hold any of those like book of knowledge things, like the
Oh
ones
yeah,
they
it's
give
got
you?
one for every ability score. If
Yeah,
you want
does it-
+2 to strength book.
I will
Does it
give
have
you
those?
1.
One.
I will give you 1 and no more.
And no more.
That is
Do we want to wait? Do
it's
we want to give
generous,
Prearia
it's-
some goddamn constitution?
it's
Is that-
generous that I'm giving you 1 at all.
It's extremely generous. These are legendary
Uh,
magic items. They are extremely rare. Do we want to
you-
give Prearia some hit points, or do we have somewhere else that we want to pool this?
Do you have hit points? As Pray, what you looking at? Give
My
me.
constitution is 20. Don't you worry about me.
Oh, I haven't
No.
rolled my new hit points, but
But what's your constitution look like?
I have a 19 with a +4.
Oh, okay, you're fine.
So she's bad. What about you, Finn? What's your constitution look like?
What did Samson want it for? My
Oh
constitution
yeah, what's you look
is
at?
16.
I wanted it. I thought it would be good to get either. I thought it would be good to have the charisma one or the wisdom one.
For your spells?
Well, not for my spells because I don't use as many. Like I don't use as many that require saves. I was thinking for one of either Finn or Esperise
Oh, you can raise it above 20, right?
because it can go
Yes, you
above
can.
20.
Finn is already above 20.
Yeah, I'm at 22.
So
You
Finn
want
could
it?
be-
You guys gonna
so
give me
Finn could
another
be-
magical book?
I
You
think
read slowly, just keep
I
in
think-
mind that
How long will it take me to read this book?
I'll have to
Go-
look.
Is it 24 hours?
My
I think-
intelligence is 12. Okay.
I think I'm gonna get the wisdom one. I'm gonna get the wisdom one. That's the one I'm gonna get.
For you?
'Cause I feel like no. I think it needs to go to Finn.
I don't know if
Wisdom one?
You can have a 24 wisdom?
Yeah, because like all that's for saves and stuff. So
Do you want to give it to me?
the wisdom?
Yeah, because
if I fail a wisdom check and it's anything related to making constant saves, I make the rest of those with disadvantage.
I'm thinking about things like banishment and imprisonment and all the things we're gonna have to do to Vera or her followers. And the higher that DC can be, I think the better off we are.
The only thing
If
I'm
our
thinking
fear-
about is if Finn does it, Finn's not area focused. He's more person focused. So we'd have to obviously whittle Vera down to start off with. And we might be better off, if we're going to do that, I might be better off like doing some like damage.
How about this? While you guys decide what book you want, I think this is, since we're kind of determining the items that you want here, I think this is a good time for us to take our break.
Can I make a phone call first so that
Yeah, sure.
you can break to see how you want to respond?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So while they are, I guess, mugging a librarian, I'm gonna send a quick message just sitting on the base of the stairs. I wrote it down to make sure it was exactly 35 words.
25.
25?
25.
Okay. Is it 25? Down a little bit.
Take out all of your articles. Put them
All right.
assumed. And then I guess, Prey, you also probably want to think about what you want as well while we argue
Right.
about all these things so everybody can get at least one item.
Hello, Asteria. I see you're as fucked as we are. I know things that you don't know.
Duda.
Meet us where the flowers grow and the great tree sleeps. And that's the end of the message.
She will respond
Ooh, immediately?
immediately. I have failed. There is no tree. There is no flowers. I have failed. And that's it.
Give me a minute here with my doc over the break to figure out how to respond to this girl. We just-
Esperise has a sad and helpless friend as well.
This, yeah, that's what she says. She doesn't say anything else. And that is where we will take our break. We'll be right back, guys. Stay tuned.
Jesus.
Lamentium, Floortide. These Zodiac-inspired powers and more await you in Stargazer's Guide to Aurora. Available on Drive-Thru RPG. Destiny is calling, adventurer. Look unto the heavens. Your story is in the stars.
Well, hello there. Of course you came to the grand dwarven city of Digbrand to see me. Ma Belle Pebblegrit, tale extraordinaire to kings, queens, heroes, and legends. Have you gazed upon my latest masterpieces? Yes, this one for you. Don't you see how it calls to you, speaks your name? You are gorgeous, darling. The colors, the line work, the gods weep in the presence of your beauty. No one has looked more stunning in a pebble grit design. Please, I cannot bear to gaze upon your perfection for too long. You can find this mesmerizing merch at inkinliar.com. Go and unleash your fabulosity today and help support Ink and Liar. Do stop by my shop again. You simply must tell me about all that adventuring thing. Well, ta-ta, darling.
from the pocket to the table in seconds. Never forget your 1020 at home. Only at mitheralarmory.com.
Extra, extra, read all about it!
What's that you've got there, mister?
Why, this right here is Nine Realms Gaming.
Nine Realms Gaming?
That's right, top-notch gaming accessories made from some of the finest woods this side of the city has to offer. We got your dice vaults, we got your dice towers, dice trays, hero vaults, you name it.
Oh my!
Careful now, don't swoon into traffic. You can mosey on down to their website now. Use exclusive partner code LYRE10 to get 10% off your purchase.
What was that code again?
That's LYRE10. LYRE10 at ninerealmsgaming.com. Hurry, they're selling like hotcakes.
What up, YouTube? It's your boys.
It's your boy. Yeah, so
We're
I guess
mugging librarians.
yeah, I'm gonna be like, Luda's just gonna look down at Corey's
You're gonna look
feet.
down. They look like really nice shoes. As Corey stands there, kind of like with his toes pointed in, just kind of.
Corey,
Yes. I hear the hair dye here.
the job isn't done to save us.
I have nothing left.
Corey, shh. You do. Would you like to serve the queen of the Feywild?
Not particularly, no.
Okay, Corey, how about this? I can take you to the Feywild to make sure that you are safe while I go and destroy everything out there. All I need are your shoes. You can be safe in the Feywild and not have to even deal with this. All I need are your shoes.
Oh, you know what? I'm sure I will be very safe wherever you will take me, and
Charm person.
And I'm sure that
I guess charm person. Give me is it a wisdom save? Yeah, Luden. I feel like Luden's charm person isn't even like a normal charm person. It's just like him getting even more angry.
He rolled a 19 for his base.
Oh, he beat it. Poopy.
Yeah.
Look, I don't want to rob you, Corey.
I'm sorry.
Oh, why are you casting spells on me?
I need the boots, Corey. I need the boots.
These were given to me by my father.
I can give them back.
He said run, and run fast should anything go wrong, and that's what I've been doing ever since. And I should be running now, I don't know why I'm not.
Because if you run, I will catch you.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
You do have a bow, and you do seem to be quite...
Prey's gonna put a hand on Luna's shoulder. It's like, I'm so sorry.
He's like, and then walk off.
Excuse me, I have not introduced myself, and she'll just gonna take her hood off and just rise to her full height, like letting the this guy's self wear off, and letting her fey presence take over.
Oh god. Oh. Is that how it ends?
Oh no, she's using the charming fey presence.
Oh, a charm. Okay.
Yes. I'm so sorry for my friend. It is a pleasure to meet you. Your shoes are very beautiful.
Thank you.
And if you would not mind, I would love another wisdom save from you.
It's re-rolled another 19.
Damn.
I'm gonna try and knock him out. I'm hitting him in the back of the head. I'm hitting him in the back of the head. I'm hitting him in the back of the head.
Can I help too?
With my sword.
I want to help.
Roll it.
We want to help.
Roll
We all want to charm the pants off.
Are you punching him in the back of the head, or?
No.
I'm using the blunt side of my my sword.
That definitely hits. Roll damage.
Oh my
All right,
God.
cool. I'm gonna favored foe him too.
Luden.
Oh my god.
This man's is just doing.
I don't
gosh.
care what
Just a
he's
guy.
doing. He's in the way. We don't have time for this. All right, so let me see this
You're
short.
taking his backstory item. He's like, my dad gave this to me.
He'll wake up with
And
it
we
back
will
on his
give
feet
him
by the time we're
back.
done.
Yeah, it's like a guy rocking up to you in
and
session
then-
2 and stealing your brother's bracelet off your wrist.
Yeah, and I would go find him and I would murder him later in life. So
But
he can get
what you're doing is you're giving this guy a purpose and a quest.
exactly. That's
This is
exactly
how
what I'm doing.
Corey Flubbergas goes evil.
It was the story, the Ballad of Corey Flubbergas. The first sentence is, "My dad gave me these shoes. He said, run when you see danger, and I've been doing that ever since." The second sentence is, "But then this asshole showed up."
11.
Took my shoe.
11.
11 damage.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Let me see what a commoner stab block is.
For
Jesus.
I mean, I think
It's
Colin can
non-lethal.
spend his points.
Oh, cool.
I think
Hopefully I knock him
for-
out. And if I don't, I'm gonna hit him again.
No, he's definitely unconscious.
Yeah, he's got 4 hit points. He's dead. Like you just come
So
back
he
and cold.
outright
He's not
dies.
dead. It's non-lethal. He's not dead. He's just very unconscious.
He does need to go to the hospital.
He hits the floor. His head hits the floor. And
I catch him. It's like a boom catch, and then just lay him down and slowly just start untying his shoes.
Was that necessary? Did you
Hey,
even
don't
ask
even
nicely?
shush. Everybody, shush, shush. We're getting
He's
the
not
shoes.
waking up.
We're getting the shoes. Okay. Everybody else, get the crap that they need. And I'm just gonna keep taking off the shoes. Here you go, Prayaria. We have no time for this.
He's got holes in his socks.
Oh my god. Do we have any other shoes? I'm gonna look through the bag of holding to see if I have any shoes or anything in there for him.
You have
Just give him-
Esperisa's dwarven boots. They are a size 5.5 woman's.
I will.
Prayari will leave her own shoes as collateral.
I will give him that. I will give him one shoe because the other shoe, because my other shoe is stuck cemented to the ground in the Feywild.
I have a water skin. We can put it around his.
Just leave him some money. Like, leave him a platinum. He'll be thrilled.
Yeah, let's just leave him some money. That's a good
I
point.
felt saying we will return the shoes.
There you
Some
go.
money.
And I will also go get a scroll. And I will go over to Finn. Actually, yeah, I'm just gonna take a scroll. I'll do that later. Because I assume we're getting that book.
Yeah, I've acquired a tome.
Yeah, well, they were mugging the library, and you were quietly going down the library stat.
Yeah, I was just checking the stats, acquiring this book for charisma. I provided to Esperise at some point.
Awesome.
Esperisa is still on the phone, so
Oh,
it might.
I thought Finn was back, so I thought y'all came back.
Well, they were.
yeah.
Oh, no,
They had
no.
all this
I'm
stuff
back.
with Crick and everything anyway.
I was just sitting there on the phone, so Finn left me. I think, just sitting on the stairs.
It seemed like a private conversation.
I love the
Would
idea
you like
that they
to
were
know
doing
what the
Crick.
conversation was? Because I'm really glad you left for what I'm about to say to Asteria.
He left.
You never came for him. I thought you would. I was waiting for you. I'm grateful, of course, but I don't understand your strategy.
That's what you say?
Mm-hmm.
She would have got rocked.
She doesn't respond.
Oof.
No?
Because she's jealous.
Because she would have got rocked and she knows it.
I don't think she knows it, dude.
You're right. She don't know my name yet. Back.
But
You
she
hear
will.
the
Definitely
tail end
does.
of I don't understand your strategy when you come with the book if Finn pointed you my way.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
Hey, I hear you like books that fundamentally change who you are and make you better or worse in your life.
where did you possibly hear that?
I just got a sense.
Intuitive man.
Honestly, heard most of that in fairy tales, but early stuff. But I found this for you. I thought you might like it.
Oh, it's thick. Thank you.
Yeah, I can't really tell what. I don't think I read whatever this is. I don't know what's written in.
Oh, I don't know if I do either. Okay. And what is it?
I
Is
don't-
this pleasure or?
No. I think it's as I understand it, the plaque said something about you read it and it makes you better with the words. I'm not really good at them anymore. It's super. You'll be great.
Man, I look good with words, Samson.
Not anymore. Used to. Talk too much, I think.
Ah, okay. But this isn't some kind of comment about me.
What do you mean?
Are you trying to say, oh, I'm not as charismatic as I think that I am?
Ah, that's interesting. You'd be surprised. I don't spend as much time thinking about you as you might think.
That's pretty good. It might take me a hot second to read this. It will take a fair amount of time, just judging by the fact that I cannot understand the first sentence.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking that maybe you might I know it's supposed to help you be better at what you do, right? So I thought we might take some time. Maybe you might go to the wild and read it while we had some time off, right? Because I think it's gonna be pretty important before we get out.
Okay. No, I can. Will. Sure. Yes, of course, I can do that.
Yeah,
Thank you, Samson.
Yeah. No
Asteria
problem.
is having a. She's having a time, but we are pursuing that line, I think.
Yeah.
You're a strategist, aren't you?
Sometimes.
If you were setting out to eliminate the bloodline of Cassius, wouldn't you at some point have come for the youngest living relative?
Probably would have started there.
Right?
Make the others come for him, right?
No. Anyway, we'll see what I can dig up there, but thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem, of course.
Luden will head over to Fan real quick, and he'll pull out the scroll that he got, and he'll hand it to Finn.
Ooh, what's this?
Luden, he's been somewhat chipper, after everything's done. I don't want to say, he's been happy, but it's been, he definitely has felt like a weight off his shoulders for most of the time. Ever since the crap with his dad happened in the Undercity. But he's, when he gets to Finn now, he's, a little bit more serious. And he hands him a scroll of Conjure Celestial. And he'll look at Finn and he'll say, okay, I'm going to be really real with you for a second here.
Okay.
All right.
That sounds like you're going to yell at me.
Well, Finn, let's address that first, right?
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, might as well put it all out on the table. In all honesty, I like to think, I don't know if it's been seen this way, that I have never discounted what you say. I want you to know that I have heard everything that you say every single time. And whether or not I acknowledge that or not acknowledge that, I am sorry. But I have always thought and heard everything that you say, every concern. I have argued with you, but I've tried my hardest not to just flat out ignore you. That doesn't mean that I'm nice or kind about my responses, but I want you to know I have never ignored you. Okay?
That's good to know.
Yeah.
So every time I stand outside your hotel room knocking and knocking and knocking and knocking.
I've heard every knock. I've heard every knock. I promise you. It's been loud. It's been really hard to... I can't even cast silence for more than 10 minutes without hearing more than knocking. So
glad my time wasn't wasted.
No, it was not wasted. That being said, I think that this is me extending that olive branch for anything with the V related or any of that stuff like that. I don't know what I'm going to do in my future. And I don't think I'm going to forgive Levi. But one thing's for sure. After all this is over, I find that in a way that he and Vera and all the gods were right. That takes a lot for me to admit, but I'm not... I don't know everything.
What do you mean they were right?
Just listen. I thought for a long time that the gods had just lived too long and they treated us the way they treated us because they thought they were better than us and they could do whatever they wanted, and it was my job to prove them wrong. Well, downstairs, I don't regret what I did to my father. I'm trying my best not to regret anything anymore. But I was outplayed. Same thing with my brother. Same thing with my mother. When it comes down to it, it really does feel like no matter how much I like it or not like it, don't like it, they are better than me. Does that mean I'm going to take it laying down? No. Does that mean that I still think that I'm going to do as much damage to Levi, to Vera, to quite frankly any and every one of these gods that I can? Yes. But understanding that I am mortal, that my time is short, and that I'm going up against monsters that I have no business going up against, and the reason that I'm in this situation is because of my own actions, is enough for me. Okay? So I'm giving you this as that olive branch, that last good faith offering, more for our friendship and less for our situation. Because after all this is over, I don't know how much or how good of a friend I can be regarding these issues. That's all to say I'm not going to be angry at you with whatever you decide. Quite frankly, I don't think I'm going to be angry as much anymore. Because, the whole reason I used to be angry was because I thought that was the only thing that I had. That was the only emotion that I knew wasn't Levi's. Now that all this is over, and I've done everything that I wanted to do, I think I have a good idea who Ludin Archbane is. So, you'll probably see some more smiles. My smiles. A little bit more laughter over these next, I don't know how many days. Or hours. Depending. But after all this is over, I want you to know whatever happens afterwards, we've been friends. And it's not personal. And he'll hold out a hand to, shake Finn's hand.
Ludin. And he's gonna look at his hand and be like, it's really hard to hug you now, but with that thing on your back,
Yeah,
you can hug me. You can hug me.
We can shake hands, man. Come on, just shake hands.
Well, you're welcome to hug me anytime.
I'll give him a side hug.
Yeah.
One of those, it's a quick set,
Halfway there.
No, that's it. That was as far as we're going. That was it. Fist bump, dude.
Don't feel like after all this is done that you have to act like a friend or change who you are. You're my friend, and I love you for who you are. Ludin, how he was and who he is and what he's going to become.
Just remember that.
I will.
All right.
I remember everything.
Just take the scroll. Let's go.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, that basically allows you to conjure a celestial dude, challenge rating 4 or lower. And so basically you got another broski on the field to help fight. And he'll fight even if you don't require or ask him to. So
yay.
Thank you, 20 Sides Gaming, for the raid.
it's about to go down 20 sides.
At the end of our campaign here. Only a few episodes left.
Here we go. So yeah, when we come out, I guess we would have 2 spells of flight, 2 spells of mana, 1 spell of ultra arms, and a book that gives the charisma.
Yeah, I got so many books in my bag now.
You're like Finn. And then we need to go talk to Cassius to just give him happy dreams. Because, again, I don't want Thor to fly out of the sky and smite us from behind.
So are we returning to Saltstone before we, I guess, boats out? How are we planning to move out from there? Because, Samson, you've never been there before, right? You couldn't take us by land?
I doubt it. Yeah.
We have a Vardo.
I'd imagine my understanding, right, is that it's magical, right? So
would you be able to scry on Finlay's brother, and hopefully his brother is standing next to a tree, and then we would go through there? How likely is it that your brother is standing next to a tree?
How many trees are on the island?
Well, it depends, but a lot of trees normally.
Well, aren't all the trees just dead? Probably.
Oh,
maybe.
Right. Yeah.
You know the direction of your home, Finlay, right?
Yeah.
I say let's take one more trip on the Vardo. Just like old times.
Over the ocean?
The ocean's not there.
Is there no ocean?
Oh, you weren't here. The ocean's gone.
The ocean is puddles right now.
Yeah,
Esperis, look out the window.
We're gonna drive across the barren ocean floor?
I was thinking we'd fly, but
I like the idea of taking the Vardo, though.
We can
it's gotta
fly.
be muddy, right?
Yes.
There's no way it makes it through.
Okay, well,
It's wet sand, right?
Well, why doesn't Gardo lift the Vardo, put it on his shoulders? I don't know if he survives. I only
Ride Gardo the whole way?
It just seems sweet to take the Vardo as our last,
we don't have to. We don't have
Seven
to.
of Severance hunt.
Let's take the Vardo into Lacambria when we come to free this place.
I hope this is not my last adventure. I plan to come back. We're all planning to come back from the island, right?
Yeah, no, it's not like our last. It's more just like, I don't know.
I'm coming back. I'm gonna murder her and still live. How about, can you cast fly or whatever on Gardo as well, though?
Yeah,
I feel
so
like I
that
want as many
Gardo will be
bodies.
kind of he'll be Iron Manning, just flying with the Vardo on his shoulders. Just flying us around across the ocean.
And we'll drive back through the ocean.
I guess what's the I guess the best thing so we were trying to figure out what to do, right? So I figure we ought to go back to Saltstone because then wherever we'll have to eventually go somewhere and then start driving, right? So because we can't teleport there, right?
Nope.
So yeah, so let's go back.
Not.
Do we want to put the word of recall in Saltstone as well? So that if
things go bad and we have to make this 3 episodes instead of 2.
the parentheses from Lawrence, maybe it'll be 3 episodes, is if the word of recall back and have to restart the boss battle.
Yeah, let's
like, I gotta go. We gotta borrow the shoes for a little bit longer. Go get a couple of more potions.
Yeah, let's go back to Saltstone. Let's take a rest. Like I'm beat after trying to defeat that thing or winning that thing. So let's go take a break. Then we'll come back and all
right.
And then we'll head out. See where everybody is. Gather everybody that can go with us.
To Saltstone!
To Saltstone!
Hard cut, like a transition circle thing.
We teleport through a fern. We come up through some luscious lichen.
I can still use my my wall of thorns if need be.
You know, the spell doesn't specify that the plant has to be alive.
Oh, heck yeah.
It has to have been at some point a plant.
Yeah, so
you can shoot through somebody's chest with wild magic when they turn into a fern.
Yeah, all it says is inanimate plant. So
let me zoom in
because the ocean, that you can't come through
isn't there anymore.
To be realistic,
it'd be really cool if you could teleport through a living tree.
Yeah,
he turns into a one of those, I don't know, monsters.
So
just run.
If I could scry on Finn's Island, we could go there, but because all I have to do is I just have to have seen it. So if I see any tree on that island,
you can scry it on location, right? Well, okay, this is the only other thing. We already talked about this. Finn's Island doesn't want to be found, right?
No.
Yeah.
So wouldn't they have protections against scrying?
We've scryed there before, though. We know
we
that
did.
Okay,
we did in some holy bathwater.
Person.
Yeah, we have precedent. So.
Okay, cool.
But that doesn't mean that we can teleport in easily. And there might be more protections there, or less protections there, or no island at all, because, I don't know, Vera's great legs broke the land in half or something like that.
So maybe still fly? Question mark?
Yeah, I say let's just fly.
Okay. Yo, Cassius! We're back!
This is where the ambush happens.
You're back in Saltstone. Now, all surrounding Saltstone is in a bit of chaos as crops and fields start dying. It was winter yesterday, and now it is blazing hot summer. It is the weather is and the seasons are all out of whack. So all of Saltstone is essentially a buzz and in a very chaotic it's very chaotic as, you know, Sylvia is in the middle. She's trying to help out individuals or people who are losing their crops, and she's trying to direct individuals for the stores to, like, how much food needs to be distributed out to the village around Saltstone. So it's very chaotic. People are running all over the place. You don't see Cassius at the moment.
Do we want to give a speech to these people real quick and just tell them to chill? Like,
we didn't save the people in the camera, so I mean.
Well, this isn't really. These are Finn's folks, right?
Seems like they'll be fine. Oh, you know what? You're right. We're gonna be here a while. We're gonna be here a while. It's no problem.
I just want some quiet while I sleep. Is my big thing.
So you want?
Just be like, hey,
to make a speech.
You can do it. I mean, I have a very stern way of speaking. It didn't really work that well with Corey. But just, tell him to chill out. We're gonna go kill Let's Start and all this stuff. Definitely, if they want food, we got it. If they need money and they're worried about all that stuff, we got it. Like, let's have one place of peace on the planet before we go out, right?
Okay, I can try.
Awesome. And if that doesn't work, you know, I'll cast silence around me for at least a minute, and, you know, I can chill.
Okay. So, Finn will take a little time to cast motivational speech to try and, like, you know, brace himself for this speech he didn't know he had to do.
Yep.
And everyone's outside, right? So,
well, you've walked into Saltstone. Like, these people are just kind of like rushing down the hallways. It's almost like being at the mall where people are like rushing around like on Black Friday.
Okay. So Finn will like climb up on a chair, I guess. And he'll be like, everyone!
They all kind of like stop for a moment as you scream, everyone.
You need to calm down. It's okay. We're all back now. We're not going to stay here, but we're back because we're on our way to get rid of the threat that's affecting the weather and the water. And after we do that, which should only take a little while, everything's gonna go back to normal. And I know this because we've experienced it before.
What level do you cast this spell at?
God, I didn't think of that. I think I cast it at level 3.
This isn't calm emotions.
Yeah,
this isn't the spell calm emotions. Sylvia probably feels a little bit more invigorated, and she is taking on a leadership role, even though she is very meek and shy and awkward. But everyone continues to like they kind of like nod. And they're like, "Thank you, Master Finlay. That was very nice. I appreciate that. I have to go. The wheat outside is dying, and I have to bring it in. And if bye.
Of course,
and so,
everybody focus on their tasks. Make sure this place is a fortress, and make sure you take people in if they need a fortress to shelter in. But also make sure you can feed everybody. So yeah."
Yeah, people are just kind of like nodding, and they're kind of looking at one another like they're essentially trying to save as much food as possible before it dies.
Sylvia, question before you go. Where's Cassius? Zemlin? Cyprian? Where are they?
I believe Mistress Semlin took him upstairs. He was having a headache.
Cool, thank you.
They just start walking down the stairs, bloody swords in hand.
Also, as per usual, the pigs are off. Do not eat the pigs. Thank you.
Just hear whispering like, "All right, if we run out of food, though, we're definitely going to eat the pigs."
It's like, we literally have magical people that can cast good berry. Chill, y'all. You eat the pigs, I eat you.
Create food and water and shit.
You make your way upstairs to one of the guest bedrooms, Ludin, and you do see Zemlin is kind of sitting on the bed. You see Cassius laying down, his eyes closed. He's sweating. He looks as if he's fevering, but he does not seem to be awake at the moment. And she is just holding a cup. And just kind of like caressing his forehead.
I'm gonna hit that medicine check.
Sure.
Yeah, I want to see what I got on that. That is 19.
Okay, what are you trying to find? What are you trying
I'm seeing if this is okay. I understand that it's magical, right? I'm seeing though, like, is he deteriorating in his state that he's in? Is it?
He looks feverish. Yes, like he looks feverish.
Okay.
So he looks a little pale,
Mm-hmm.
and his hair is probably soaked through a little bit.
Okay. Well,
and Zemlin kind of looks at you as you enter, and she goes. She begins to sign, and her neck, like she puts her necklace back on as the voice comes through. Ludin. We weren't expecting you.
Yeah.
Is everything right?
Okay. So, can you speak into my mind? Basically, message.
No.
Okay, Ludin just starts to write this stuff down because he doesn't know how much Cassius can hear. But basically he says, I know you remember the conversation we had a long time ago about prisoners and making their own decisions and things of that nature. Well, the time has come where Vera is here and your decision needs to be made. Right now, our group is trying to save the world.
in no uncertain terms. What we fear is Cassius might be remembering his old life, and he might turn and try and kill all of us. I know that we've asked you to look over him, and you will make your own decisions. And quite frankly, I respect whatever decision you make. That being said, I don't know what to do because I'm not magical on how to make sure Cassius is healthy, but also an ally for at least the next 48 hours. If you have any idea on how you can help with that, or how we may help with that, you can tell me or the rest of the team. And if you do decide that he is better with his memories, all I ask is that you try and keep him away from the battlefield, as more enemies for either of us is no good for either of us.
She reads the words that you put down on paper, and she takes the cup a little teacup she has in her hand, and she places it on the counter next to the parchment that you've been writing on. And next to that, there are some herbs. Are you proficient in nature?
Oh no. I have no idea what them herbs are. I do have I am proficient in an herbalism kit though.
No, you're not. Okay, so continuing on.
That's fine.
I think almost the entire party is proficient in herbalism.
Yeah.
We were gonna sell health potions out of the Vardo at one point, but
I'm
Yeah, yeah,
proficient
yeah.
in herbalism.
I'm proficient in nature. Come and get me.
Yeah,
I
if
assumed
anyone-
y'all followed.
If anybody... Yeah, I guess you could have followed Ludin. I mean, he ran up the stairs. You easily ran up the stairs. Did any of you follow him?
Go do it, pray.
I'll follow. Yeah.
Yeah, so give me a nature check, Pray.
Yeah. All right, don't let me down, Boundary.
Doesn't Ray also has like identify too, right?
Yes.
You've also,
old
I don't know if you
Pray,
ever
are
added
you?
it on either, but you also read that nature book that gives you a bonus to your nature check as well.
Oh wow,
What
I
was
read
the
that book
bonus?
too.
It was a long time ago.
Shit. Well, 15 plus whatever that was.
Okay, that's fine. It's an
Yay.
easy roll. You looking at the herbs, Prayaria, she has it looks to be that she has made a tea out of some very, very, very strong sleeping herbs.
Mm. Cool.
Gave him that melatonin tea.
Yes, so... She's just gonna, like, whisper to Ludin. The tea is, to make him sleep. It's very strong.
Okay. Do you think him being on this plane is what's causing this, or this would happen anywhere and everywhere?
She will write back. The Lady Vera is connected to him. Despite transgressed memories, she still has that connection because of the bond and the pact that Cassius has made so long ago. So she'll just write that down. And when you mentioned that Vera is here, she nodded as if she already knew.
Cool.
The effects also do seem to be not quite so limited to where we are.
Oh, cool. Okay. Just let me know what I can do to provide any comfort to Cassius. Again, magic stuff, it's not my forte. Divine or arcane.
She continues to write and says, I cannot prevent him from rejoining Vera if she calls him. but I can delay it for as long as I can.
Well, that's all I can ask. Don't put yourself in danger for us.
Cassius would never harm me, but Vera would. And if she were to take control of Cassius, I do not know what to do then.
Leave. Run. Or join the fight, but don't fight Cassius. I mean, we're not going to ask you to do that. You've done enough. You've been here for over a year. Quite frankly, against your wishes. And I meant what I said way back when. I don't expect you to be a jailer now. So, that being said, if you do have any ability to contact us, if he does wake up, or anything like that, I think our current plan is to set out for Vera tomorrow, after we've rested. And from there, hopefully everything goes back to normal. And if we fail, hopefully you all can do something. Because then it's no longer my problem. And quite frankly, I can't worry about it in death, too. Thank you, Zim.
She just kind of looks on solemnly, and she goes back to sit at Cassius's side and just strokes the hair from his face. And...
All right. Thank you. And Ludin will walk out and be like, problem solved. And he'll go try and find the rest of the team, I guess, before the long rest. The last long rest.
Wait, well, if we have a second with Cassius, I would like to ask someone real quick, because if we've seen the tea, would it be better if he were, maybe if we turned him back the way he was before, back to stone?
Are you asking them or Zemlin?
I'm asking Zemlin, hopefully with everyone else there.
Oh yeah, I could turn around.
Like, yeah, like, I mean, what we could do, I mean, if it's easier than the tea, maybe we could freeze him for a while. Maybe easier on his heart. I don't know.
She looks very distraught because, again, she is in love with this man. And just having to put him to sleep in general has taken a big toll on her. But she understands what's going on, and she kind of looks at you all. Might be the best option. Protecting everyone, but protecting himself as well.
Awesome. Well, we can put him to sleep, or put him to stone. How about we give you the key to undo that when all this is over, so that you don't have to waste a moment after all this is over.
Thank you. I am very grateful. And she kind of, like, her eyes are kind of watering up, but, like, this is very hard for her. And she, kind of looks at you all to kind of give her a moment.
Yep.
Of course.
Walk outside.
You give her a moment with Cassius, and you can hear whisperings as she speaks to him in this sleep. And she will allow you all to come back in when you are ready.
Before we go back in, Ludin will look at everybody and be like, okay, so we found Cassius. We're bringing...
Is he doing okay?
No. But that's to be expected.
It seems as though Vera's trying to reclaim him. Connected somehow still. We think that his condition that we put upon him is slowing, preventing that in some way right now, but it won't be like that forever. Zemlin has put him to sleep for a little bit to slow the process.
So, it's looking like we're probably going to turn him to stone. However, you all do that. And we're going to let her have the key to unlock him whenever this is done. But after that, I do want us, before we go back in there, to be thinking about who are we taking with us. We have Gardo, all of us. What allies are we willing to risk lives for again? And then risk their lives. And as well as who do we need that we think can actually fight? I think that that's an important thing to be thinking about. And be also thinking about how we can get in contact with these people. So.
I'll tell you what, Ludin. Honestly, I don't think there's anybody else other than the people in this room that I'd want there. It's too dangerous a fight to have people that we haven't seen in too long. It should just be us. And we can do this.
I like that energy. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Let's kill a god.
Look, I have to.
I have already invited Asteria, and she's
Uninvited
she hasn't
now.
marked yes or no. She's put down might be interested.
Wait, Asteria, isn't she the one that's trying to kill me?
We need a nerf. We need a nerf. You know, we're too strong anyway. We need the nerf.
You know?
It's kind of already done.
Yeah,
I guess.
Her entire purpose was to prevent the coming of Vera, even though her strategy was at odds with ours. Now that Vera is here, there is no reason why she wouldn't cooperate with us, I think. Anyway,
okay.
we can discuss this at greater length later, I'm sure.
Then Gardo got you. Gardo got you, bro.
Wait, we got a little bit of time here. Hey, Pray. I gotta go say bye before we go do all this. Do you wanna come say hey to Gwen and everybody before we get out? We'll be right back.
Oh, of course. No?
Wait.
Yeah.
Can you do the stone thing? I don't know how to do it. Can you at least explain it?
Well, I was just gonna turn into stone after we got back.
Oh, okay, cool. You know, awesome.
And
Thank you
then
for the raid, Dead Aussie Gamer, by the way.
Thank you.
Awesome. Okay.
We'll
Bow a
talk
little bit.
again.
Why don't we all go? I have some reading to do. Is it alright if I step in? I have Samson gave me a very large book. It will take me more than one day to read, so we were considering maybe I'd spend some time in the Feywild. So maybe we all go for just a moment and say,
The Feywild?
yeah, yes. Start with just a dinner.
I think. Don't hate me, but I think I'll stay here. You know? I'd love to go and, have our last night together and things of that nature, but I mean, like, I want to stay on the material plane for a little bit.
Who's gonna help me carry Cassius? Like, he's gonna be a statue. We gotta bring him with us so he's safe.
Funny enough, Finn is just as strong as I am.
if
It's
this
true.
does happen to be my last night. I don't plan on it being, but if it does, I want to spend it here in the material plane, among almost near the woods, that I grew up in.
You can sleep in Revenue's room again if you want. Or her secret room.
I think I'll sleep outside. No matter how much craziness is going on with Vera. It's a big middle finger to her.
Don't get hit with a piece of hail.
Yeah.
Sure.
No, I get it. I understand you want to stay here. It's fine. This is your home, right?
It is. It is.
Yeah.
But I'll look over things, and I'll give a full report when everyone gets back in like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Feel like you're coming. Yeah?
If you want me to. Yeah. I can help you read the book and stuff if you want.
Well, yeah. Well, we're just popping in for a moment for now, I think.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, if we're, because it sounds like we're gonna go over there and timey-wimey stuff, have a little bit of time. So, I'll go in there where Zemlin is, and I'll use, if we are all ready, we can all hold hands, and we'll bring Cassius with us, and go to my house.
She will definitely, come with you, of course. She's not leaving Cassius's side. And you are able to cast that. You all watch as he lays there and his skin once more, as you've seen when you brought him back to life in the slumbering vaults. Instead, now his flesh turns back once more to stone.
But he doesn't have a big old hole in him this time.
No, he doesn't have a hole in him. He's healed this time.
I do have a question as
Okay.
well. Zemlin is one of the few other Fey Touch that we've met other than Ramirez. When we come to the Feywild with her, does she look the same? Does anything happen with her like, oh, she's home? Or is she just as mortal as the rest of us here?
Nothing out of the ordinary. Nothing. You don't notice anything out of the ordinary. She seems very solemn and morose, and she honestly, she could care less. She doesn't take her eyes off of Cassius for one moment.
Okay.
She is not enamored by the butterflies and the beauty of the Feywild.
So he turned to stone already?
I don't think so. I can't do that yet.
Oh,
Okay.
I thought that's what you were doing. I'm sorry.
No. So,
Not
okay.
yet.
No.
Not yet.
We just we brought him with us to the Feywild, and I think we're gonna set him up in a little bed because I can't turn him into stone until tomorrow.
Okay, gotcha.
But we'll bring him with us, and yeah, we just brought him with us, and well, I was hoping we could make him like a little statue area and put him on display for a little bit.
Oh God.
That'd be great.
No,
museum piece.
Zemlin
Yeah,
would
somewhere.
never allow
Turns
that.
into a fountain by the time we get back.
Just give him to Gwyn. Gwyn will take care of him.
God. He's got all his fingers chipped off by the time.
Wakes up with just Sharpie across his face.
She has no idea how it happened. She was watching the whole time.
Ludin, you watch as your friends cross through the oak that resides just outside of Saltstone as you stay behind and the rest of you make your way back to the Feywild.
Yep. I go hang out with my my piggy buddy. Go calm him down from all the craziness that's going on. And probably just talk with him.
Oh yeah, Snonk is chilling.
Yeah, I'm going to go chill with Snonk. We'll probably both take a nap together. And that's about it.
I feel like Samson and Prey have some things to do with the Rithanawe family and Cassius, but
And I think they were trying to talk about the Weeping Vial. too.
Yeah. But Esperise is going to be profoundly unhelpful in these things because as you guys enter the Martis home, where I believe we are at,
Yes, Samson's estate.
Esperise is kind of linger in the doorway and say, well, considering I will be staying here 4 days or so trying to read this, I thought I might go home if that's all. If the pickup isn't going to be too difficult.
Yeah, no, it'll be fine. I don't. What is it? It's like a 4 hour ride. No, it's not far, right?
On Dragonfly, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
Yeah, we'll just swing on by. What you say? 4 days, and then we'll just show up.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you need company?
I would like it.
Then you've got it.
And Esperise will hold her hand out and take Finlai's hand and full sexual interlocked fingers.
The cherry blossoms start blooming.
Interlocked their
Christian's
fingers.
face.
Christian moved his pop filter out of the way.
It's like, this is why I stayed behind.
So are my parents no longer divorced? Is that what's happening?
She will interlock their fingers, and she does not appear to be in much of a hurry. She's not wearing shoes anymore. She's back looking like she's in her vestments, even if these are those of Levi, walking slowly in the direction of dragonflies with Finlay. I think it's only going to be... I think 4 days is 4 hours. Is that right?
I think so. Yeah.
In the material plane?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's you guys have it backwards.
Time moves slower though.
Wait.
Time moves slower in the Feywild. We put people away.
Yeah, backwards. We do.
we have it backwards.
You have it backwards.
This was Samson's idea.
Oh.
It's okay.
Well,
Just come
Priori can
back.
fix it. Priori can fix it.
What does that
Has
mean?
Effect.
Priority because the time thing.
Yeah, she's like queen of the realm. Of course, she can decide how time flows.
I'm
on her
queen of the
space.
part of the realm. There are
We're
other
in
rulers,
that
and
part
I
of
don't
the
think we
realm.
together
She's-
can do that.
She's level 20.
Her flower works now.
Lauren, if we reverse time, then we
We
can
can
say bye
use-
to our families.
Okay.
We can goodbye to our families, and we can use the book you gave us. Otherwise, we can't use the
Yeah.
book.
You can't. Okay. You guys are doofuses. I love you dearly. Obviously, you guys it just went over your head. Cause I don't know if you remember Luden being like, I don't want to stay in the Feywild long because it's gonna make me age really fast the longer
It's been
I'm
a
here.
long
Lauren?
time.
Mhm.
Lauren, they
Yes.
can cast the time stop spell. And then they should be fine. Because that stops time everywhere for a certain amount of days. As long as somebody has a 9th level spell. But I'm sure somebody.
We don't have access to that. That's a wizard only thing.
I'm sure somebody in the Feywild in
That's
Prioria's place can cast that for her in
A
her
level
chill.
20?
That's just a 9th level
Cast
spell.
it, bro.
Okay. Here, okay. Let me finish. You guys are doofuses. I'm gonna say it again. You guys are doofuses. I love you dearly. The whole time you guys were doing this, I was thinking in my head, do they know it's longer there than it?
No.
Well, of course they do. And it's just like, 3 days here is only 4 hours there, and I'm like, no. What we'll do, it's gonna be like getting high, okay? It's slower and it's gonna be slower and faster at the same time, okay? It's gonna be
What?
like getting high. It's gonna feel slower and faster at the same time. So, instead of taking 72 hours to read the book, it'll only take you 3 hours to read the book. Here.
She cast haste on herself like 30
There you
times.
go.
And that's what
And
Well,
any other...
Esperis is still gonna take a dragonfly over to her house to do it. Or at least find a pond somewhere.
It'll take you a couple hours. That'll give you a couple hours to say your goodbyes here, or your your final words to your family and everything before you go back to the material plane. But we'll just say it won't take you as long to read the book because you're in the Feywild. It will never happen again anywhere else in any other campaign I ever run, but because I love you all and you're all doofuses.
Yeah!
She's going to refer to episode 106 and be like, no.
And you put so much planning into this, I will allow it.
So Esperis says, 4 hours here, 4 days here, 4 hours there. Plenty of time to read that book.
Yeah. Are you excited to see your brother?
I don't know. Can I tell you something extremely selfish?
Sure.
It was much easier when I thought I was going to die. Because now that I know I have to live, at least for a little while, I care about whether other people live alongside me. Do you know when I pledged allegiance to your gods? I thought it was the most intelligent thing to do to save the people that I cared about. That there was somebody who had information with the promises I made to Luden to protect his family, to my father and my siblings. And I hadn't even yet met my brother. That Lavi was going to help me, so it was okay to lie to his face. I think it's okay. Still, tricking a trickster god, at least he has to respect it a little. But...
It did work.
Kind of. Do you think he's back?
I've been thinking about it a little while, and I don't think he ever left. I think he just took a back seat and let us take control for a while. But he's still there. As long as I can do magic, and as long as your vestments work, he's still there.
He better be. He owes me, I think.
No, he owes us both.
Oh, does he? Does he owe you now? Ooh.
I think so. I think being Livy's champion for a good while now gives me a few things, a few favors.
What kind of favors do you want?
I haven't decided that yet, but it's gonna be a big one, I think.
So, 4 hours. And the book, I think, will take 3 hours. Is there any way that you would like to spend an hour, Finlaythorn?
Ben's gonna, turn completely red. And he's gonna, look around a bit, and he's gonna look back to her. Do you like me, Reese?
This might be our last night on any plane. You know what, Finlay? I love you.
I love you too. And I want to lose it with you.
What?
I want to... that sounded better in my head.
What are you losing?
And his blossom just start blossoming and falling and blossoming and falling, and they're just there's a big bubble of flowers just in his hair. I'd have never done anything like that before. And,
Anything like what?
like, like making love.
Oh, like kissing.
Oh, maybe like kissing with other parts of our body.
I don't know what you mean.
Which
Will you
is why I'm
show
sure
me?
you've never done it either, and we can explore for an entire
Okay.
hour.
Okay. She's gonna kiss him and she's gonna take the reins, it sounds like.
But I have a condition. Just one. Please.
Yeah?
No magic. No disguises. Just us. Please. Please don't take it back. I was so excited.
Well, but it isn't. No, it's not. This
I
is how
love
you
you.
met me.
I know. But I love you. In whatever form you take. If you feel more comfortable like that, we can do it like that. That's fine. I just don't want you to feel pressured to look like that or look a certain way, because you have to know that I don't care, okay?
The disguised self that Esperis has up is not welling up with tears, but when it starts to kind of disapparate, melting almost like a candle from her hair that grows a little bit, matching to finalize that white stripe down the middle that looks like a bald spot growing out to long flowing white hair. Your skin is still just as tan and rich, but her eyes go from that bright amber color to a deep red like blood. Her lips lose their color, her cheeks are pallid. She's got her vestments on, but now she is some bizarre amalgamation of pacts and agreements and promises to gods and beings that she has no particular care for, because she believed that that was the best way to do what needed to be done. And she is not beautiful anymore. But she does love you. And so she stands there kind of barefoot in the grass.
Reese, you are the most beautiful person I've ever met. And I'm not just saying that, it's true. He's gonna reach up, take her cheek in his hand, and just lean in to kiss her.
I love you. And she's gonna kiss him back. And he's gonna lose it to her.
And I also think we can read that book in 2 hours, so I think we,
For a virgin, like barely out of half adolescence, it's not gonna take 2 hours. We'll take reading breaks in between.
That book's gonna get so sweaty.
As we PG-13 pan out into the sunset, and that's where we pan out. The sunset, the everlasting sunset of the summer court, where Samson resides. But the sun grows dimmer, and for the first time, it begins to actually set and flicker, like a candle going out. Vera's hands stretching into each and every material, ethereal, demiplanes of all sorts, as her wrath cracks through and shakes the foundations of life itself. And that is where we will end tonight's session. Why are you shaking your head over there?
Samson and Prey didn't want to talk?
Oh no! I'm sorry!
Do it next time. It's fine.
We'll do it next time. I can't get over Raina in the chat with our.
I didn't know. Is that why you were shaking your head because of Raina?
Yes.
Okay.
Raina.
Only fates.
Yeah.
And
Are you
only
ready?
fates. Only fates. Jeezums. All right. Well,
McBluff left and is going to hang out with Luden over by the pigs. Oh, great time.
Only pigs.
Christian, did you leave?
I was going to go get a snack because y'all all left, and it just happened to be on the exact same moment when everything went crazy, I guess, when Finn decided he wanted to lose it.
Yeah, I heard lose it. I looked up and half of the people were gone from the screen. Everyone was just dipped immediately.
it was.
Danny and I had talked about it, and I was like, well, Finn would have to initiate. And Danny was like, I've got it. I know what it is.
I know exactly what Finn would say.
That was such a Finn line. Like, I want to lose it with you.
Smooth, bro.
That was such a Finn thing to say. My God.
Lose it. He wants it. Can't even say it, but he wants it.
Wow.
We can use with other parts of our bodies.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Let me thank all of our new followers and subscribers this evening. Thank you, GF Powers 4 for the resub. They said that's what you get for touching it, Samson. LOL. Not without any context. That's because Samson was touching Luden's back.
Oh my God.
His backhand. Thank you, 20 Sides Gaming for the raid. Thank you, 20 Sides Gaming for the follow. Thank you, Dead Aussie Gamer for the raid. Thank you, OG Lava Kitten for the follow. Thank you, Hellhounds 20 for the follow, and thank you, GF Powers 4 for the cheer of 100 bits. Said amazing. I'ma go cry now. That was actually 4 minutes ago. In regards to the sweet little scene between Esperise and Benelai. Thank you all so much for watching this evening. If you enjoy watching our stream, you can tune in every Monday at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. We only have a few episodes left before Fate's End comes to a just earth-shattering close. 2.5 year campaign
Just
coming
like
to an
Esther.
end. Just like, oh my God.
Ew.
Why am I here?
GF Powers says this was an interesting climax to an episode.
The innuendos.
The puns.
I'm sorry,
Oh.
The
man.
innuendos, I swear.
At least we knew Finn got there. That's good. That's good.
Jesus.
It's been a long, long road.
Hashtag we made it.
Okay, guys. Rein it in. If you enjoyed our show here, we also have our Iron Valor show where we play through Wizards of the Coast modules.
If you want more of this,
Deanna is in that show. Deanna, tell us about our Spelljammer on Wednesday.
Wednesday nights we play our Spelljammer campaign, which is about a feisty crew of the Eternity making their way across interdimensional space. We are currently visiting an old classmate of ours from the academy who was trying to rip holes between dimensions and was collapsing the domains of earth and water together, creating a void ripped into its space and inviting all kinds of nasty critters between it. Currently, having solved the void problem, we have our unconscious old classmate and a mind flayer asking for our forgiveness. We left a little bit divided on what we're going to do with these gentlemen, and we are going to be returning to that and possibly their trial this Wednesday night.
Woo! Thank you, Deanna. Another thing I want to point out about our Iron Valor show is if you've been watching this entire time, you've been earning Valor tokens. Our Iron Valor Spelljammer show is a little bit more interactive, where you get to be a part of the game. You can curse the DM, you can bless the party, and you can also grant luck to players. Yes, I believe, Daniel is showing that off in stream. So you can join us Wednesday for that. We do have some more coming up as Fate's End comes to a close. We'll be sharing that relatively soon, maybe. I'll have to talk to some specific people. No, things are bubbling and cooking and yeah.
Things are happening.
Things are happening. Other than that, thank you all for joining us. Thank you for supporting us and following us. It's because of people like you, supporting streamers like us, that we're able to make awesome content. So thank you all so much. We will see you all next time on Fate's End. Night, guys.
Deuces.
Nah.